Hey folks, it's your buddy Fatal Roadie. After long deliberation, I know I normally do top 10s. I have to stretch this one out to at least the top 15 because there were way too many to choose from, and I had to stretch it out just a little bit. But this is going to be a top 10 cover songs. Now, I set a little bit of rules on this. One, no live covers, because every live show you go to, they're at least gonna do a cover of somebody's song, and they're just way too many to try to sort through. Another rule: one band per cover, because if that's the case, I'd end up having like 6 from Hailstorm or 3 from Shinedown, or I'd have way too many from other bands. So just one per band. But here we go. Top 15 rock covers. Number 15, Sam Kinison's Wild Thing, originally done by the Troggs. It's not a bad song, pretty good. Sad to say Sam Kinison is no longer with us. He was a good comedian. He was definitely someone to listen to. I think the song had Bon Jovi, some members of Motley Crue, a whole bunch of people that took part in that song, and it was a good rendition of the Troggs' Wild Thing. Number 14, Hailstorm, Slave to the Grind. It was originally done by Skid Row. I love the original. Sebastian Bach was awesome. I liked the song way back. My brother was driving me home one day, and he was listening to the Slave to the Grind CD, and that was one of them. And then Monkey Business, 2 good songs off that CD. As is one of those songs that you're stroking down the road, that song comes on, you look down at your speedometer, and all of a sudden now you're doing 70 into 35. But yeah, it's a real good song. I recommend checking it out. Next song on my list would be Joe Satriani's Sleepwalk, originally done by Santo and Johnny. It's pretty good. It's oldies. There's no words to it. It's a good slow song. So, something you can take your girl out to the dance floor and hold them close and dance to it. It's real good. Like it. Next one, number 12, is Lacuna Coil version of Enjoy the Silence. It was originally done by Depeche Mode. I wasn't too crazy about the original. It was okay, but Lacuna Coil's version of it is really good. I believe it was Breaking Benjamin also did another version of it as well. Not as good. The vocals weren't on point as I would like, but it's a good runner-up. Number 11 would be Foo Fighters, Baker Street, originally done by Gary Rafferty. It's a good, good beat, good drive to that song. It's a little heavier than the original, and it's always something I usually put it on one of my CDs whenever I'm making a new set. Number 10, this is going to sound like a funny one. Gary Hoey, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. It was originally done by Thurl Ravenscroft. From How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Again, there's no words to it, but it's got a beat you can just get right into. I like the guitars on that one. Number 9. Some of you may not know the band. In fact, it's my only local band on this list. Frankie and the Actions, Frankenstein, originally done by the Edgar Winter Group. Again, another instrumental. Frankie's an awesome guitarist. It's their only cover that they have on a CD that they put out. So it kind of works both of my rules. And I know some of y'all saying, well, since you work for them, why don't you put them higher on the list? That's why I don't put them higher on my list, because I don't want to show favoritism. But it's an awesome song. I love listening to it. Especially when Frankie goes into his solo towards the middle of it. Can't beat it. If you're ever in Southern Maryland, I suggest checking them out. Sometimes they play at the Purple Moose in Ocean City, Maryland. Number 8, Wish You Were Here by Radiohead. Originally done by Pink Floyd. Wish You Were Here was already a slow song, but Radiohead took it just a step down from there. It's a nice, relaxing song to listen to, just like most of Pink Floyd's songs. Then again, most of Pink Floyd's songs are songs that you want to trip to. But it's a real good version of it. I like it. I recommend something to listen to. Excuse me. Number 7, Deftones, Simple Man, originally done by Leonard Skinner. Again, Simple Man is a slow song, and once again, it takes another step down from there, and it's really melodic. It's excuse me. Really a soft sounding song. Another relaxing thing, one to listen to. The majority of these songs on this list is stuff that I'll put on my CD changer. Mix through all of them. I got to have a 6-disc changer on my truck, and most of these songs are always on my list. Number 6 is Sebastian Bach, Back in the Saddle, originally done by Aerosmith. This I think he did this was a collaboration with Axl Rose. I think he was involved with it as well. And I'm probably going to catch hate from the Aerosmith fans. I wasn't too thrilled with the original. It just didn't do anything for me. But I like this version. It's heavy. It's got a punch to it. Another one of those, oh shit, I'm doing 70 miles an hour type songs. And Sebastian Bach's vocals in this song just really come out there. You could tell Sebastian Bach's vocals from anywhere, but it just shoots right out there at you. Another older song from Godsmack, Come Together, done by the Beatles. Anybody listen to Godsmack know that they're a heavy band, and they do come together with just the same punch as they do just about any other song. One of those songs you just want to groove into right as soon as it starts. It's an awesome song. I love it. Really good to listen to. I think it was number 5. Number 4, Theory of a Dead Man. Got Me Wrong, which was originally done by Alice in Chains. This one, I would almost say, is almost to the nose to Alice in Chains version. Not as, oh, now someone's gonna shoot me for not. Lane Staley and, oh, I can't remember the other guy's name, and I'll probably remember it after I finish recording this. Their vocals, I love listening to Alice in Chains. Those two vocalists just go together. Not the vocals aren't as par as Alice in Chains, but it's a good version of it, and I like it. Number 3. This one took me by surprise. I thought someone was joking with me when they sent me this version of it, and I was like, yeah, right. Motorhead doing an oldies, and Motorhead has done some covers, but like I said, one band on the on this list would be Lemmy's version of Stand By Me. And if it sounds just about as weird as what I just said, trust me, if you listen to it, you'll be hooked just about as I am if you like Motorhead. I was taken completely by surprise when I heard it. Not only for the fact that it's a good song, but it's like, wow, Lemmy doing something that old. It was originally done by Ben E. King way back in the 50s, I think. And I like the original. In fact, that was one of the first songs I learned how to play on the bass. So it held just a little bit more to my heart when I heard one of my favorite bands playing it. And I was like, oh, cool, this is awesome. But yeah, number 2 was Nirvana's acoustic version of The Man Who Sold the World by David Bowie. And a lot of top 10 lists, this is usually number 1, or if not very close to it. And to me, it's not my entire, not my all-time favorite cover, but it's there, and I like the way the acoustic sound of it. It's a good song, and I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a good listen. It's something worth. I mean, if you grew up, I'm 40, and if you grew up through the 90s, you've heard it at least once. DC 101 used to play the hell out of it. But yeah, awesome song. Some honorable mentions. Gimme Shelter by Stone Sour. That was originally done by the Rolling Stones. 99 Red Balloons. That was done by Goldfinger, originally done by Nina. Devil Driver's version of Sail, which is done by I can't remember. And that's bad because 101 used to play the hell out of that song too. Quiet Riot's Highway to Hell, which is an AC/DC song. There's a whole bunch of covers. I worked for a cover band. I don't know too many bands that I've been around or associated with that weren't cover bands or did covers as well. So listening to covers have always been a favorite of mine. I highly suggest, if you haven't already, if you hear, look up covers of, you can go on YouTube and look up covers for songs, and see how someone else's version of one of your favorite songs are. It's really worth your time to check that out and broaden your musical horizons. Which leads me to my number one all-time favorite cover, which is Social Distortion's cover of Ring of Fire, originally done by Johnny Cash. I absolutely love Johnny Cash, and only fitting that Social Distortion did a version of it, and it's a good song. It holds to the same beat as Johnny's, but it's got more electric guitars to it and a little more punch to it, and it's a good song. I'll be sitting there going down the road, and it'll come on, and I'll be sitting there and I'll start singing along to it. I'm not going to make your ears bleed with my version of it, but it's an awesome song, and you hear it on the radio once in a blue moon. Not a lot of radio stations play Social D, which is a travesty in my book. I love Social Distortion, but yep, that's my top 15 cover songs. There's a song that I might have missed. What are your favorites? Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. What's your favorites? Your favorite covers? Something I didn't put on the list. Something you agree with. Something you disagree with. Look at this as a community. You tell me what you like as well as I tell you what I like. Maybe if I do, I'll listen to it. Take a listen to it. If I do another covers list, it might be on it. I want to hear what you think. Like I said, drop a comment below. Give me a like. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. That way you get updates on future videos, and we'll get this ball rolling. I'll send out some more videos soon. I'll catch you on the next shot. I've been Fatal Roadie, and if it's too loud, you're too old.